of October 2024. So now, grade 12s, as I always tell you in previous records or videos or lessons, that the first thing that you must do whenever you are dealing with the question paper, in particular for business studies, you should always make sure that you pay attention to given set of guidelines or instructions and information. Okay, right. So now grade 12s, we are going to go through the given set of instructions first before we can actually land onto answers. Okay, right. Instruction number 1 reads as follows. So now it says this question paper consists of 3 sections and covers 2 main topics. So now section A is compulsory, and this carries 30 marks. And section B, you are given 3 questions of which each question carries 40 marks. So now also we have section section C. Section C has 2 questions, and you're expected to answer 1 question. So also bear in mind that in section B, even though you are given 3 questions, the expectation is that you should only attempt to 2 questions, of which you are going to have you're going to have 80 marks in section B. Then you're also going to have 40 marks in section C. So all in all, they add up to 150. So now let's check instruction number 2. Read the instructions for each question carefully and take note of what is letter amongst the given set of variables or letters given. Okay, right, grade 12. So now remember, whenever you are answering multiple choice questions, you should always apply elimination method, meaning you should always go through all the set options are given before you can actually select the appropriate alternative that you think is the best in that regard. So now let's check 1.1.1. So now 1.1.1 reads as follows. This act prevents discrimination on the grounds of race, gender, and disability in the workplace. So now the appropriate answer in this regard is going to be B. So now let's check 1.1.2. Niemand Traders is experiencing a high employee turnover. So this is classified as an example of a weakness to the business. So now let's move on to the next question, which is question 1.1.3. Mabasa Enterprise has a dash control over suppliers who increase the prices of their product. So now in this regard, the correct answer is going to be C. So now 1.1.4, the role of the interviewee during an interview is to dash, meaning the appropriate answer in this regard is going to be D. So now let's move on to the next question, which is question 1.1.5. Businesses utilize machinery and equipment optimally in the production function. So it means that your appropriate answer in this regard is going to be B. Okay, right, grade 12. So now let's move on to the next question, which is question 1.2. So now 1.2 reads as follows. Complete the following statements by using the words provided in the list below. Write only the word next to the question number 1.2.1 to 1.2.5 in the answer book provided. Okay, right. So now 1.2.1 reads as follows. The dash has the right to embark on a legal strike as a remedy for grievances. So the answer here is going to be employees. Okay, right. So now 1.2.2 reads as follows. Ziswe Bakery applied the dash integration strategy when they bought a wheat farm. So now this is going to be a backward vertical integration strategy. Okay, right. So now let's check 1.2.5. Vessel hairdressing salon operates in the dash sector as they specialize in the selling of hair. So now this is going to be tertiary. This is going to be tertiary. So the answer in this regard is going to be tertiary. So now let's check 1.2.4. The employee's qualification and skills are matched with the requirements of the job during the process of placement. So now the answer in this regard is going to be placement. So now more plastics continuously revise their processes to improve the quality of their products. So this is known as what as the act under what under PDCA model. And remember, this model is used in line with quality of performance. Okay, grade 12s, in this regard, we are done with section A. So now let's move on to section B. So, we are done with 1.2. Let's move on to 1.3. Sorry. Okay, right. So now 1.3, column A, we are given the set of terms or the set of concepts. While in column B, we can either be given description, definitions, characteristics, features, the functions, and the likes. So now 1.3 reads as follows. Choose a description from column B that matches a term in column A. Write only the letter A to J next to the question numbers 1.3.1 to 1.3.5 in the answer book. An example there is given where we have 1.3.6 as a K. So now in this regard, it means that we are going to go through the concept in section A and also go through whatsoever that we have as the definition or description in column B. Okay, right. So now let's check A. We have learnership. So learnership, here we say it's a practical training opportunities that lead to a recognized qualification. So it means our appropriate answer in this regard is going to be E. So let's check 1.3.2. So 1.3.2, we have compensation for occupational injuries and disease amendment. So now our appropriate answer in this regard is going to be provide protection to employees who become disabled due to a workplace accident. So our appropriate answer in this regard is going to be D. Okay, right. So now grade 12, we have landed on question 1.3.3 where we have recruitment. So now this is nothing but a process of finding potential candidates for available vacancies. So now our appropriate answer in this regard is going to be A. So now let's check quality control. Quality control is in line with ensuring that finished products meet the required standard. Meaning in this regard, our appropriate answer is going to be J. Okay, right, grade 12. So now let's check 1.3.5. 1.3.5 reads as follows.